What's good, everybody? Sean Shalove Rosenberg in the building. Back at you with another video. Now, we got some new information. It seems to me that Kendrick and Drake are ready to go for a round two. So, as you guys know, Drake earlier this week decided to drop I guess I would say a folder or maybe a hard drive of unreleased stuff that he kept in the vault, and he basically decided to release three new tracks. I checked out all three of the tracks. I was going to do a reaction to that, but I decided not to. So I was like, you know what? Let me just react to these songs on my own and get my personal opinion on it. The first track is Up with 21 Savage and Young Thug. I really enjoyed that track. As we all know, people were speculating that 21 Savage was, sticking up for Drake during the Kendrick beef. He was, a lot of people were speculating that 21 Savage took shots at Kendrick Lamar, but 21 Savage's manager denied the claims that 21 Savage was not dissing Kendrick. But as we all know, clearly, it sounded like 21 was dissing Kendrick. And then Drake decided to drop, I think, Red, White, and Blue. It's a reggae track. I wasn't really feeling the record, like that. I think Drake sometimes on these pop, like, dance records just doesn't hit. And Drake decided to drop, like, another song. This was like a remake of Rich Baby Daddy, which that song I disliked the most. And this one he did with Lotto. I think I forgot what the name of the track is called. But the songs are officially on streaming platforms finally. So let me hold on. The 100 gigabytes and Housekeeping Knows. Oh, the track is the second track is called Blue, Green, and Red, not Blue, White, and Red. I mean, it's Blue, Green, and Red. But the third track, Housekeeping Knows, featuring Lotto, I did not enjoy that record at all. That record completely. I'm gonna be honest. As much I tried to be respectful, but I have to be honest and tell the truth. That record was trash. And I'm gonna be honest. The record is trash. This is kind of like a remake of Rich Baby Daddy, which I think that song is trash too, in my opinion, off the album as well. Listen, I know there's probably a lot of Sexy Red and Lotto fans out there are probably gonna attack me, but listen. I'm just got to keep it real. I can't be fake about it and say, oh, the record is dope, which is not. The record is trash. Both records are trash. So, anyways, I just want to get my little feedback on those three records. And I do like the It's Up featuring Young Thug and 21 Savage. And the other two is didn't hit for me. But a lot of people were speculating that Drake and Kendrick Lamar are going to be going back at it again. I mean, there was shown of signs on the internet stating that people from Kendrick's side is basically saying that Kendrick is ready for round two. And then now we're getting Drake, with all the subliminal, IG posts that Drake has been doing, and then all the posts that Drake has been posting, and then certain songs he's been doing to try to get. I'm not saying all the songs were disses towards Kendrick, but it seems to me like Drake is just trying to get back in the spotlight. But Drake needs to like rap. I said it on the Gordo records he did. If you guys haven't seen that video, that's my most viewed video right now. I said that Drake needs to get back on the timestamp record. But I'm going off topic, but as we all know, shout out to Fantastic Hip Hop, and he talks about why Drake is getting ready to diss Kendrick again. And then, like I said, people from Kendrick's team is stating that Kendrick is ready for round two. And as you know, I would love to see a round two, but I think but at the same time I don't, because I think Kendrick needs to drop an album because he is on the momentum, but he has to drop an album. I want to see Kendrick drop an album. So I guess without further ado, enough of me talking. Let's get right into the video. Hold on a second.
Now, as Drake has flooded the internet this week with new content from his 100 gigabyte leak, which has featured everything from never before heard songs to clips of him making some of his most iconic albums. Within all of this never before seen media that seems to be taking a look onto the past and pretty much trying to make us all remember the times where Drake seemed to be on top and delivering the world music that at the bare minimum most people liked. As all of these videos of the old Drake have been getting posted on every single corner of the internet, Drake's also been leaving a breadcrumb trail that when you follow, is leading people to his next major move, which isn't just going to be the release of new music. But from the way he is setting things up to be, it'll be some sort of a round 2 against Kendrick Lamar and potentially a lot of the other artists who dissed him, but now this time around, it doesn't seem like Drake is going to be hopping back into the booth and making more songs like Push-Ups and Family Matters, which considering how that went for him definitely seems like a smart thing on his end, but instead, he's going to be reigniting this beef within a way that is much more catered to his style and strengths, but to figure out exactly where he's going to go with this, all we have to do is look at Drake's recent activity, and now before we can get into Drake's actual plan for this round 2, it's important to understand why Drake did not just hop into dropping more music and taunting Kendrick or any of his other opponents again, but instead has released 100 gigabytes of content, because with this move, as Drake has released so many clips that included him recording hit songs, explaining the inspiration for those iconic hits, and even see him laying down reference tracks for other rappers, by showing the world all these moments and of course having all these clips circulate around the internet, Drake has quietly been conditioning people to accept him once again and forget about the disaster class that has been the last few months of his career, because while his run of songs and the finale in the Kendrick Lamar beef hurt his image pretty severely, having all of these clips that people are still unpacking go around the internet and reveal to us new lore and show off Drake's creative process when he actually was releasing music that people somewhat enjoyed is changing the narrative around him slowly without doing actually anything. But now beyond this, which is pretty much just a distraction from the current train wreck that is his career at the moment, Drake has been using not his website but social media to reveal his plan for this round 2 in the beef, and now as Drake made his own fake Instagram account that he has been posting to for months and just revealed to us called Plot Twist.
Yeah, I don't know why Drake decided to make a second burner account. Like, bro. I mean, I get it as a strategy wise, but what are you trying to imply on of you showing this account? Like, let's go back. Let's check out some of these clips. Like Plot Twist. Like, what is this, Drake? And on top of that, your main page is following this. You also are being followed by your main page too, your main IG page. I'm like, dude, what message could you be sending towards Kendrick? As we can see, I guess he has the music video clip for the Housekeeping Knows featuring Lotto. As you guys can see, Lotto is on this page as well. And then you got, of course, your single Pain 1993 featuring Playboy Cardi. And then you got a picture of MJ on your a video of MJ. Then you got I guess a video of a jet or something. Like Drake, what are you applying for? Then you got other pictures. You got a picture of I guess an old I think grocery store or kind of a store. And then you got like different CDs and stuff like that. And then you showing a picture of, I guess, Miami, Florida. Then to be honest, I don't know what Drake is planning. I don't know what strategy is he trying to plan, but I can tell that this strategy is not going to end well. Yeah.
Revealed to us called Plot Twist, where before Drake made this account public, it was just a private account that he followed and people took notice of and began to hype up and speculate what it could be. Now, in addition to this page, it has been found that Drake follows another mysterious account, and here the bio on this page ends with the sentence, "Here we go again, round 2 fight." And now with this seems like another account that Drake has on private right now and will be going public with sometime in the near future. And now the bio for this page can really only be referring to one thing, and now building on these accounts that seem to be creating some sort of narrative for Drake and trying to line up what is on the radar for him. Drake has done even more teasing on the first burner account plot twist, as through many of his posts on this page. When you get through a lot of the pointless ones that really just make this account look like Drake's worst impression of making a second account like Kendrick Lamar did over a year ago. There is a post that has a picture of cases that say no one likes us Euro 2024, and now with this. This is the second major part of what Drake is doing that is very important, because this is a clear signal that before the year ends, Drake is going to be doing some sort of show, experience, or maybe even an
Yeah, this is. I think this was a part of the gigabytes that I was looking up. I'm like, why is Drake using Rihanna? Like, is Drake trying to send another message to ASAP Rocky? Because if you guys don't know, ASAP Rocky dissed Drake on his new single Hijack, on off his upcoming album, the Don't Be Dumb. And I did a reaction to that song, and the song was fire, by the way. I don't, and a lot of people in the I think a lot of people on social media saying the song was trash and was mid. I thought the song was fire, in my opinion. I think ASAP Rocky, it may not affect Drake like that, but at least ASAP said something. Because we got to remember, Drake has been sneak dissing ASAP, and on top of that, now and he's also been sneak dissing Rihanna as well. And ASAP Rocky just had enough. He just had to, stand and defend his girl. It's like defend the mother of his children, his two kids. Like, I'm tired of this dude sneak dissing my baby mama because you're mad because Drake folded on Rihanna. As you guys know, Drake has been trying to get with Rihanna for a long time. Even during the days when after Rihanna and Chris Brown broke up, Drake has been trying to sinuously get with her. There was even a clip that people say Drake tried to kiss Rihanna, and Rihanna kind of brushed it off and like, no, 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 you're not finna kiss me. And there's been stories that Drake has been doing weird stuff when it comes to being with these women. He's been doing weird stuff with Serena Williams, and that's what, not with Serena Williams, but around Serena Williams, and that's why Serena kind of brushed him off too. Like, nah, I don't want nothing to do with this guy. This guy's weird. Same thing with Rihanna. She probably felt the same way. Drake is probably doing something weird that I'm not feeling. And Drake does, and then there was a lot of stories. There was another story I recall that I think it was at the ESPYs when Drake was, I don't know what year was it, but Drake did this cringe-worthy, weird, creepy poem about WNBA player Skylar Diggins, and it was so cringeworthy that it kind of made people look at Drake in a weird way, and it was so off-putting. Yeah, that's how I look at it. So I don't know what Drake is applying for, because with this whole, why is he so obsessed with Rihanna, especially with Rihanna? That's the main thing. I think Drake knows he's jealous at the fact that ASAP Rocky got with the girl of his dreams. He got with Rihanna, and now Drake is just being salty and dissing and sneak dissing Rihanna, and now sneak dissing ASAP. Like, bro, Drake, we can't always get the girl we want. Like, I was the same if you guys know, I'm gonna be honest, I was the same person when I was in school. There will be certain girls that I like that I wanted to get with, but it just never happens. It doesn't work. We just move on. Drake, on the other hand, has a mindset of a elementary / middle school kid. Like, dude, you're acting like a preteen to a teenager who doesn't get the girl he wants. Like, bro, you're acting like I can expect this. Like, Drake, you're reaching 40 years old. You're about to reach the age of 40 pretty soon. You're about to turn 38 this year in October, because Drake's birthday is the same month as mine. We're both October babies. Obviously, I'm a Libra. He's a Scorpion. But, dude, you're about to reach the age of 40, and you're acting like a 13, a 14, or 15-year-old with these subliminal disses, and doing all this weird antics. Like, dude, just grow up, move on, find yourself a girl that's around your age because you talking to I don't like I said I don't want to believe Drake is a pedophile that he's messing with underage girls or younger girls. But Drake, find a woman that's around your find a woman that you can be in love with and just leave these girls alone. Like for real, like Drake, leave Rihanna alone. She's moved on. We're over it. She's over it. She's moved on. And then the fact you're now, it seems to me like you're annoying her, even though Rihanna's living her best life, but at the same time, behind closed doors, she has to be annoyed that the fact that you keep talking about this chick. Just move on.
An entire tour through Europe, and this is going to be the branding of the show, which is obviously a direct reference and flip of Kendrick Lamar's final Drake diss, Not Like Us, and the song's hook. And with this, we are seeing the strategy that Drake is seemingly adopting now to prepare for this round two with Kendrick Lamar, which is not going to be to fight back on the things that have been said, but instead is going to be to embrace them in his own way and try to throw them back in Kendrick's face. And while I don't know if this is going to work and how Drake is really going to make one of the most humiliating diss tracks ever released flip into something that will change the perception of it and him, but if you're going to name your tour this is the route he is going to be taking. And I think at least with these shows, one of the reasons he is going to do Europe specifically with this branding is because he will be treating this like he is punishing the US and all of its major rappers for turning on him, which is kind of clever, I guess, and will try to make some sort of grand point out of this. But again, it just does not seem like you are bringing the proper level of force to this situation considering where everything is at. But now the last piece of Drake's plan so far. We see all of this start to connect a lot more, and it really doubles down on the direction he is going to be taking this chapter of his career, and these next disses for his opponents, because in line with all of these rumors and flipping the names of the music that was dedicated to you, Drake also seems to have revealed the title to his next album through a cryptic tweet that was not posted by himself, but through the man he is going to be releasing an entire collab album with this fall in Party Next Door, as Party posted and deleted, "We don't need you." And now with this, which is obviously mimicking the title of Future and Metro Boomin's albums We Don't and Still Don't Trust You, and knowing what we already know about how Drake is preparing to seemingly tour with a flip of the Not Like Us name, all of this starts to become a lot more clear, as it seems like Drake is going to fully be embracing his biggest rivals in Kendrick, Future, and Metro Boomin's disses, and then with this tour and collab album, his plan is going to be to pretty much shove everything they did right back in their face. And now just looking at the prospect of this move from Drake on paper, the fact that he's going to be releasing an album with Party Next Door, who is from Canada and on his OVO sound label, and beyond this, the project is going to steer away from hip-hop as it will be an R&B record, will definitely benefit the pettiness of this at least. Because
I don't know. I don't know if this is a great strategy from Drake to use his artists to potentially get back at Kendrick Lamar and Future and Metro Boomin, because we all got to remember, but we all got to remember Metro Boomin is not really a rapper. He's more of a producer. So it's going to be hard to try to get your artist to go back at, try to get your artist, you and your artist to go back at Future and Metro Boomin. Now, I'm not to say that he could pretty much, but at the same time, it's just I don't know how this is gonna work, because we gotta remember majority of like the production handled for those two collab albums from Future and Metro Boomin is mainly handled by Future. I mean Metro. I mean, yeah, I don't know how this is gonna work. And then now you want to do a world tour to go to Europe. Like, bro, Drake, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to start a war between the United States of America and Europe? What are you trying to imply here? I'm not saying, I hope it doesn't go down that path, but bro, what are you like? This is the reason why I feel like Drake should not release a collab album or just any project at that nature, because he's not in the right state of mind. And then we got people that are close to Drake talking about he's happy, he's not fazed by this. He clearly is. And that's why I don't really believe anybody around Drake. And then I was watching The Breakfast Club. I think it was a couple days. I think it was Thursday. The Breakfast Club was going around saying that, not The Breakfast Club, but one of the producers there brought that is a huge Drake fan, saying that Drake is not bothered. He clearly is. And then he's also calling the Not Like Us record a parody bop. And I'm like, okay. You just insulting Kendrick's intelligence in his artistry. But at the same time, we don't know. I don't see how Drake could potentially win this beef, because remember, Kendrick said he has 5 remaining diss tracks left. And if you guys remember, on Not Like Us, he said the rabbit hole can go deeper. He can go further with this. So I don't know what strategy Drake has, but if whatever Drake is planning, Drake needs to be well prepared, because Kendrick could potentially release those last 5 remaining diss tracks, and if that backfires, because if Kendrick comes with a huge strategy that will destroy Drake, then it would have looked totally bad. So Drake better be better be careful, and he better hope he knows what he's doing, because like I said, the momentum is on Kendrick's side, because even though Kendrick hasn't released the album yet, he's still in album mode, because there were reports that Kendrick is releasing an album between next month or between this month to next month, or possibility in October or a possibility in November. But he's going to release an album before this year is out. So I don't know how this is going to affect, or maybe because now that Drake is doing a collab album, maybe Kendrick is going to sit back and see what Drake is going to do with this R&B album. And I wouldn't be surprised if Drake does have subliminal shots on this collab album. Because remember, people close to Kendrick Lamar, especially an artist and person by the name of Cooley Bravo, did say that if Drake does go back at Kendrick subliminally, then Kendrick's going to go back at him again. So basically, we don't know, because I guess the reason why now we know and that Kendrick is ready for round 2, because he's hearing that Drake is gearing up to drop something, and he could potentially go back at Kendrick again. We don't know, but that's just speculations.
If Drake could stay within his literal homeland and outside of the rap world and release something that can be great, it will definitely turn some heads. And if he tours through Europe and is able to match the crowd somebody like Travis Scott is bringing out right now, it will definitely speak volumes, and at least from an optics standpoint, will give him some major points. But at the same time of all of this, if all Drake's plan is to sing his way out of the beef, it does not seem like the best way to try and start some sort of a round 2 in this.
Right.
Because while Drake may...
Right, that's when I agree with that. Like, Drake, listen, bro, I don't think you should be singing your way out of this. Everything that Fantastic Hip Hop is saying is bringing a lot of truth to it. Like, I don't believe Drake should be doing an R&B album. I don't know if this is a great tactic for him to do. Like I said, I feel, and this is why I say Drake needs to take a break from music. He needs to stop releasing music, because regardless or not, you're just making it 10 to 100 times worse.
May be able to exist outside of hip-hop and give us a couple of melodic hits. Is this really going to do anything to not prove Kendrick right? Especially when Kendrick said things like this? I mean, his Universal Music Group, who is of course Drake's label, have claimed some of the song leaks he has posted to his burner account. Maybe this is a tease that there is still another project coming between all of this, or that we are going to be getting some sort of full-on diss tracks. But as it stands, and with all of the signs that Drake has been pointing to, which really shows that he is not going to be rapping for a long time, it looks like round 2 of this beef is going to definitely come, as Drake pretty much tries to get himself back into the good graces of hip-hop culture by pretty much just making an album and doing a tour out of sheer pettiness. And if this really is what Drake is planning, considering the stakes of all this and the fact that even if this album and tour are a success by never dissing Kendrick head-on and lyrically at that, he will never be able to clear his name of all of the stains and will really only be helping Kendrick Lamar's agenda. While Drake thinks he will be doing something here that will change the tides of this beef, all it's really going to be doing is causing more chaos around his name, and with projects and moments that are going to directly be mirroring the branding of some of the worst things that have ever been released against him. At the end of the day, he will only further solidify his failure within the very DNA of his own music. And as Drake continues to stay so fixated onto this beef, while people, especially his listeners who are outside of the general hip hop culture, will not care about this forever, by constantly bringing these moments back up and releasing music and experiences that are going to directly reflect what happened, he is going to forever embed this L into the very DNA of his entire brand. So, with all that said, let me know. What do you think of this plan from Drake to diss Kendrick Lamar and his opponents again? And do you think this is going to work one bit, or does he just have to let this all go? I can't wait to hear what you have to say. And if you want to see why 21 Savage dissed Kendrick Lamar but then already apologized, check out the suggested video.
Yeah, I don't, but we don't know. I think it could be a smart strategy on Drake, but at the same time, it couldn't. At the same time, it can't be. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below. Are you guys ready for a round two with Kendrick and Drake? And do you guys think Drake should release a collab album with 21? Not 21. Party Next Door, his artist, to see if he could try to get some momentum, or do you believe Drake should just sit this out and just take a break from music? But let me know in the comments down below. And make sure y'all subscribe to the channel as well. Leave a like, a comment. And also, if you want to join the Discord community on the hip-hop community talk of the culture with Mikhail and friends, I'll leave a link in the description down below. So, without further ado, I'll see you on the next one. Deuces.